Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Miss KiKi, the consummate provocateur, and for the next 120 minutes, we are going to edutain you. That means for the next 2 hours, you are going to be educated and entertained. I can't wait to get into the show, but before I do that, I need to take care of some light housekeeping, and that's by letting you know, for those of you guys who just may be joining, we are here each and every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. to you guys on the East Coast. We appreciate those of you guys who are across the pond, who are staying up late or getting up early. Either way, we appreciate you. But if you happen to miss a live broadcast of the show, don't you worry your pretty little head. We have you covered. There are many ways you can check it out. You can go to the iTunes store and type in our name, Playing Devil's Advocate. You can subscribe to our podcast free of charge, and anytime we do a show, you get a show. And while you're there in the iTunes store, if you would be so kind as to type in my name, KiKi Richardson, and download yourself an electronic copy of my book, The Other Woman Code of Conduct, What Every Other Woman Should Know and Then Too. Trust me, it is a wonderful read. It's not just about the other woman. It is a relationship book, too, by the way. So make sure you check it out. If you don't have access to the iTunes store, you can always go to KiKiRichardson.com, and there you will be able to listen to any of the archive shows. You will be able to purchase PDA swag, merchandise. You'll be able to purchase a copy of my book, a whole bunch of stuff. Find out about me, the whole other co-hosts, the guests, right there on KiKiRichardson.com. And just if this is your first time listening, we are a fully interactive show. So there's no reason for you not to get involved in the conversation. If you want to, we are tweeting in real time, so make sure you follow us on Twitter. But if you want to send us a tweet, you can do so. Our username is @PDA_Miss KiKi. That's @PDA_MSKIKI. You can post to our Facebook wall at facebook.com/Playing Devil's Advocate. And while you're there on Facebook, if you click some of the links, you will see that you can watch us while we're streaming live on YouTube via Google Hangouts. So not only can you tweet us, you can watch us, and we have an interactive chat room right there on our YouTube stream. Speaking of interactive chat rooms, we have another interactive chat room on our Blog Talk forum. So if you happen to be listening to us through Blog Talk Radio, we have an interactive chat room there, and you can also call us here. You don't have to disclose your name. We don't care about that, but you can call us at 347-237-5271. Don't forget to press 1 so that we know you are in the queue and you have something you would like to share with us, and we'll get you on the air. Eventually. We will, I promise. So now that I've got all of that out of the way, I'm going to bring in my cast of characters that ride shotgun with me each and every week when they decide to. Of course, they show up for work whenever they feel like it. But, it is what it is. So first up, let's see, who do I want to bring up first? Ladies first. First up, she hails from my hometown, the Windy City. She is a fallen angel, and if you don't know how or why she fell from grace, just understand she coined the phrase "lube is for amateurs." Need I say more? Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Miss Sporty Spunky Angel. What's up, girl?
Hey there, what's going on, Miss KiKi?
I am chilling. You know what I do? Before we bring Andreas on, I just want to say this. Happy Founders Day to all the ladies from Delta Sigma Theta. Happy Founders Day to you guys, since today is your day. But I would be remiss because we won't be on the air on Friday when the real J15 jumps off, right?
Right. Talk about it, talk about it.
I would like to say happy early Founders Day to you, my soror.
Thank you, and likewise, my soror, happy Founders Day to you, too.
All right. Are you rocking any pink today, Sporty? Let me take a look at you on camera.
Girl, quit playing. You see this? I got on my pink shirt,
Okay,
my
all
lovely
right.
pink earrings. And, if I get a little warm a little later, I'm going to always have my little pink fan working with me.
You know what? I need to grab me a fan while you talking. Because it's kind of warm. It's kind of warm in my studio, so I'm going to have to, no, I'm serious.
Girl, look, and then, if I get if people are not clear, you see I have my trusty, faithful, comfy favorite pink pillow.
Oh, okay. Well, you fancy.
Of course. That's
okay.
What we do.
All right, well, I guess it's about that time. We
must.
Yeah, we let the boy in. Last week we was all estrogen. This week, all right, fine. We'll let the boy in. Ladies and gentlemen, he hails from my hometown, also the Windy City. He thinks he's something like a pimp. He calls himself Slap. But we know he is absolutely nothing like a pimp. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us and welcome into the show, Mr. Andreas, absolutely nothing like a pimp, Ferguson. Ferguson. What's up, Daddy-O? Yeah, you're living proof that it's not easy, because you are not doing it. You are giving the pimp game a black eye, but we will move on. All right. So now that you have met the cast of characters that will be riding with us, I do implore you again to follow us on Twitter at PDA_Miss KiKi. If you guys that are watching us on YouTube happen to see me turn to the left, I'm not ignoring you. I'm actually reading tweets and what do you call it? Comments in our chat room as well. So, what's up, Big Ron in the chat? Welcome to you for joining us. Again, you can follow us. Go to at PDA_Miss KiKi. Send us tweets. We'll get those comments on air. You can post our Facebook wall at facebook.com/playing devil's advocate. And if you want to watch us on YouTube, all you have to do is go over to that Facebook page, click the link, and you'll watch us. We have our chat room open. And we are talking interactive in real time with our people. If you want to give us a call about tonight's topic, feel free to do so at 347-237-5271. Don't forget to press 1 so that we know you are in the queue and you have something you would like to share with us, okay? So there's no excuse for anybody not to be a part of the conversation. Now that I have gotten that out of the
Agreed.
way. I have some hair on my lipstick, and it's driving me crazy. Y'all made me change my lipstick. Andreas, they talked about me so bad. They tell me my lipstick looked dusty on the pre-show. It's my hair, Dingleberry, because it's.
I wasn't gonna say what were you doing before the show, but you know, hey.
And well, let me tell you something. I must be a pro if my lipstick not messed up, but all I got is some remnants of hair. I must be doing. But anybody who knows me know I like my man manscaped. But that's a whole nother story
Right,
for a
that's why I
whole
didn't even
nother
go
show.
there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what you do. I've never seen your shrubbery. I ain't seen.
Ugh.
I ain't seen your lawn. I ain't seen your lawn, but it's called manscaping. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. All right, tonight's show, guys, before we go down the rabbit hole, before we even get started, tonight's topic is, what does that mean? And that's basically about, we are going to navigate through the rugged terrain of dating and relationships, because we know it can be stressful and confusing, right? And so this week, we're going to define the meaning of some words, phrases, and actions that are related to dating and relationships. Okay, so we're going to help you navigate through that muck and mire of this ambiguous world known as relationships. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm a single woman, and some of the things that I hear when it comes to dating, I'm like, what does that mean? What that mean?
Right. What's that?
You know how Cousin Chan will do when we do our sex shows, and she'll be like, well, what is that? Well, what is that? That's how I am when it comes to dating. I want to know, what is that? What does that mean? Because it's always interesting to me how people.
You can't forget how she go. Wait a minute. What is that? You know, gotta put the wait in.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. So today we're going to talk about some of those terms, and since Andreas, you weren't here last week, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go first. Wait, he got all excited.
Did you
Okay,
say
good.
okay, good?
Yeah,
I'm
go
scared
first.
of that.
Go first then.
Okay, this is my whole thing. I want to know about what a fuck buddy should really be like. I need to understand, if we start out in a relationship that we're just fuck buddies, and we understand that, when does that change, and who changes it? The guy, the girl, or the person playing the girl, the person playing the guy? Because I mean, it could be one of those types of relationships. But does it change when someone decides, okay, well, I think I want more, or does it change when the girl, whoever the girl may be, when their feelings change? When does it change?
Okay. Well, first of all, hang on. Yeah, first things first, to those who may be listening and don't know, a fuck buddy is basically somebody that you basically fuck around with. You have sex with. Some people might call it a booty call, but a booty call is, kind of temporary sometimes. But a fuck buddy is somebody that y'all both know that's what your purpose is in each other. But to answer your question.
Look, we got company.
What you mean we got company?
Look down there at the camera.
Oh shit! I couldn't have jumped into the street. She only got from the nose up. We could only see her from the nose up, but she there nonetheless, right? I don't know if she wanted to comment on this, but I can say this, Andreas. First of all, you mixed stuff up. You said y'all in this relationship, and then when does it change? First of all, y'all not in a relationship. Y'all in an arrangement, right? If you fuck buddies, y'all have an arrangement. Let's just be right. Y'all have an arrangement. Yes, the audience can hear you. What are you talking about? No, yeah, you weren't saying anything, so there wasn't nothing for them to hear. But okay, yeah, just let them know. They'll be able to hear you in a minute. What was I getting ready to say?
You were explaining what a fuck buddy is.
Well, first you
and
said
breaking that
relationship.
down.
So, right, it's not a relationship. It's an arrangement. Y'all have an understanding that this is what purpose y'all serving in each other's lives. That's the first thing. And so you asked, when does it change? It changes when the parties decide they want it to change. There's no hard and fast rule on if y'all been, but I will say this to you, Andreas, I know you need the most clarity on fuck buddies because you make fuck buddies into girlfriends. This is why you give the game a black eye and you are no longer called slap. And I know that's probably why Cousin Chan jumped her ass in there, so I'm just going to shut the hell up and let her take it. So go ahead, because I hate, only one of us can occupy the same brain space at the same time. So go ahead, I'll let you in.
No, all I was gonna say was, with Andreas, usually fuck buddies stop being fuck buddies if y'all fucking 4 to 5 times a week. You're no longer fuck buddies. You're in a relationship. And still give that person money and still pick them people up from school or because you like to play in the playgrounds. But you can't
Whoopsie.
We are. That's why we are the truth.
But
they still in
Tell
school.
that lie again. Tell that lie again. Tell that lie again.
I was gonna say.
22. Okay, fine, 22.
Uh-huh.
Hey, legal.
Barely. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing about age. I'm just gonna lead it. I'm not gonna jump into that little hot fire pan. But I will say, Cousin Chan is absolutely right, Andreas. You can't be a fuck buddy 4, 5 times a week and stay overnight and then y'all have breakfast together and shit. Somebody going to get somebody coffee. That's not fuck buddy behavior. Fuck buddy behavior is you fuck your buddy and you gone. Now somebody just asked me in our YouTube chat and they said, is a fuck buddy and friends with benefits the same thing? No. It's a fine line. Okay? So let me okay, the fine line between a fuck buddy and a friends with benefit is that a friends with benefit is somebody that you're actually friends with. Y'all actually can go out and it's not always about sex. You know what I mean? They could come to you and tell you about what's going on in their life and, y'all actually friends. That happen to fuck every now and again. That's because you do the extra shit. You can't let the bitch stay over 4 times and not 4 times out of 4 nights out of 7 days. You can't do that. You can't get up and make her coffee and shit or go out to Starbucks as you love to do and get a coffee. You can't make her breakfast and all that. You can't make her comfortable and shit. Like a fuck buddy, I wouldn't bring him a warm rag. I ain't gonna do that for you. You gotta get up and do that shit yourself. No, not for a fuck buddy. Not for a fuck buddy. I don't do that for a fuck buddy.
Go get your own. Go get your own. Andreas, I consider you a serial monogamist. That's what you are. You are in a relationship. It might last only 2 weeks here, 3 weeks there. But when you start sleeping with a girl, that's your woman for 2, 3 weeks. Then you break up with her. Then you going out with the next woman 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month even. She might be with you. Yeah, you know how you are. 2, 3 weeks. She'll come visit you. Well, I've seen you go as long as 3 weeks at the max. And then you break up with her or she quit you. And then you on to the next one. Y'all be in relationship.
Howard. But I'm more though.
Under the next one.
Yeah, on to the next one. I mean, why should I waste time? I'm not going to waste my time. I mean, shit, what I do? What do you do?
A whole
If
nother
they're not happy, I need to move on. If they're not happy, move on. If I don't make you happy, move on. For whatever reason.
Okay, let me say this. I'm going to read some of the stuff that's coming in. They're saying you be doing boyfriend shit with jump offs. They're saying you fucking up a lot of women and real dudes have to deal with the shattered mess. when you do stuff like. Well, I mean, I think you're a real dude, but I think that, I think you're a little disillusioned about what real dudes do and what real dudes, I shouldn't say what real dudes, because I'm not going to put that real dude, fake dude shit out there. But I think you're a little disillusioned about where the lines can get blurred. And I bet, and basically what that means is by not making definitive lines in the sand and letting her know exactly what it is, then it kind of leads her on. And then you, like I said, a lot of times I used this analogy the other day when we did that broadcast about relationships with Rodney Perry, that blab we did. The phrase that I used was, men don't know how to end it and women don't know when to end it. And so in your thing of not knowing how to break things off, you end up being that motherfucker and you leave her a little damaged by the way that you handled it. Because a lot of times you don't not you when I say you, but I'm saying a lot of times men, when they don't know how to break it off, they don't end it with respect, or end it to showing her the respect that she would deserve. Y'all just disappear or bounce or whatever the case, or start treating her shady. Yeah, but you treat them so badly till they get to the point where they feel like they have to walk away, when you can just simply say, you know what, this isn't working, and from the jump say what you're looking for and stick to that. Your words and your actions should be consistent. You can't say I don't want a relationship but you're doing relationship shit, because that's when you blur the lines. That's all I'm saying.
See that? I concur.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so for those of you guys who just may be joining us, this is Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Miss KiKi, the consummate provocateur, and today we are talking about what does that mean? And we're talking about all the little confusing in and outs in terms of dating and relationships, terminology, phrases, positionings. And when I say positionings, I ain't talking about doggy style and all that other stuff. I'm talking about the position you play in that person's life. So if you want to be a part of the conversation, you can send us a tweet at PDA_Miss KiKi. We are tweeting in real time, so we will either respond to you via retweet or we'll say it out loud. We post to our Facebook wall at facebook.com/Playing Devil's Advocate. You can watch us on YouTube, and you can click the link when you go to our Facebook page and watch us, and there's a chat room there, interactive. And if you happen to be listening to us on the broadcast through Blog Talk Radio, you can we have a chat room that's open there as well. If you want to give us a call, you can give us a call at 347-237-5271. Don't forget to press 1 so that we know that you are in the queue and you have something you would like to share with us, okay? All right, so now that we've gotten that part out of the way, Sporty, did you have what you want to bring up before I start dropping mine?
Cuddle buddy.
A what? Pillow?
Cuddle buddy.
Oh. Let her finish. Let her tell you. I know.
So I was told that someone wanted to be a cuddle buddy, and that's just to get together sometimes to just be intimate, someone that they want to be close with. They don't necessarily have to have sex with them, someone that they can just, hug and be next to and be up under and be around, be close to. What's that?
A companion? Shit, that's a dog. That's what I use my body pillow for.
Damn, did you say a dog?
No, I'm saying that's what I use my that's what I use my body pillow for. You basically using that person as a body pillow?
As hell. I guess so. But that was something
Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrea said, for those of you guys can't hear him on the stream because he keeps interrupting Sporty, and so we don't have a chance for y'all to hear what he's saying. Can you repeat that again? Because I really want to say something about it.
Is cuddle buddy is something for impudent men, because I don't.
Okay. First of all, I don't know what impudent is. Is that a word that you made up? Okay. All right. See, that's why I was
wondering
like,
what
wait a
word.
minute. So I had to make sure that we got that audio, right? Okay. So now that we know you meant impotent, and no, that wouldn't necessarily be for an impotent man. There's some men out here who enjoy the intimacy of cuddling. There are some dudes that you don't even know you've been turned into a cuddle buddy. You might have come over with the intention of thinking you was about to smash, and she was like, yeah, and you ended up spooning her. What?
You don't want to just hug and hold and, just lay there and be in each other's arms, Andreas?
Like shit. That's what that is. No, I ain't trying to hear that garbage. No.
But you'll get up and make breakfast.
Right. That's that monkey ball bullshit. That's the monkey ball bullshit. Well, then you send her ass home the night before and get up and make your own damn breakfast. Anyway, let's move on. Cause see, you on that that bullshit. See, I can't with you because you make an excuse. Wait, Andres. Remember, are you watching your notes? Tell us exactly why you do it, Andreas.
Well, I do it because I never know what I'm going to need from her. So if she feels as though he's a nice guy, he throws it well, then I'll give him whatever he needs because I'm looking for something more. Now, I never tell her that I'm what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anything more. I'm not looking for anything less. I don't tell her anything at all. So maybe that's when the lines get blurred. But I treat them well because maybe I need them to do something for me along the way. That's the honest thing.
So you using them basically. Wait, you said you just treat them. No, but you said you don't say it because you might need them along the way. What would you need them for? Some more ass or some money? What the fuck?
Some more ass. Maybe I'll need a ride to the grocery store. I don't know, but I just keep them for that reason.
So you using them. Okay. All right. Let's move on. You can call it whatever you like. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not gonna play this game with you, dude. So cuddle buddies. Sporty, you got cuddle buddies?
I didn't say I liked them. I just asked what it was.
I just asked you if you had one.
No.
Speak up. I can't hear you.
I said no. We hug each other, but we also screw. So he's not a cuddle buddy. So yeah, no, I wouldn't say he's that. Don't ask me what would I say he is. That's not what this show is about. Moving right along.
Yeah. It will get there. No. You don't listen. Hold on. Let's be clear about something here. You don't run shit over here but your mouth, okay? The rest of it, I run. So if I ask, I can ask. Now, whether you choose to answer is completely up to you, but I have every right to ask you. Now, back up. Back up, turkey meat. All right. Now, let me talk about some things that I didn't know what this was.
Uh-oh. This must
because I had never heard of it before. Huh?
This must be some new shit for real if you don't know what it is.
Well, I had never heard of it before. I had never heard of a pre-cop. Have y'all heard of a pre-cop?
A what? I heard of pre-com.
Yeah, a pre-cop. Y'all ever heard of that?
No.
All right. Okay, you know what a prenup is, right? Prenuptial. And pre-cop, pre-copulation. So it's a pre-sex contract, an agreement that you have with a potential partner stating that one, either you won't get emotionally involved or what the terms of your situation gonna be with this person.
I like that. Go ahead. I want to hear more about it.
Okay.
um, probably ends up getting sued. It's an actual contractual agreement.
Wait, KiKi.
That's why. Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Hold the motherfucking phone. You sitting here telling me.
Wait.
Let me look at the camera. You sitting here telling me that there is a contractual agreement, black and white paper, legally binding, stating what the terms of the sexual agreement is prior to any sexual engagement between two parties.
Yes.
That party of the first part and party of the second part agree to and then sign.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And they are bound to these terms and conditions before having sex together. And they may not break these terms and conditions, or they will be in breach of said contract.
That is correct.
Well, get the flying fuck out of here.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna make it a little bit more. I'm gonna make it a little bit more mainstream for people. Some of you guys have watched 50 Shades of Grey or read 50 Shades of Grey, and they had an agreement before, right? And you know, that's the extreme agreement because it's about submissive and dominant, but it's pretty much the same premise in terms of what where your lines are, where your boundaries are, what will and can and cannot occur. You both can make changes to it in terms of if I'm the one that's giving it to him, he can look at it, make whatever, we can negotiate on points and things of that nature. And that keeps everybody honest. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, I don't necessarily mean like literally it keeps everybody honest, but it keeps their intention honest. Because if I hand you a fucking agreement and I'm telling you, oh, okay, I'm not getting you a wet rag, you can't stay over, you're not getting breakfast, you call, if I call you for this said purpose, you have to respond within X amount of time, and you know what I mean? Whatever. If I give you the agreement and you like shit, it's too much goddamn work, then I know you not cut out for this shit. You ain't you ain't built for this. You ain't about this life. I think it's a great idea.
That turns me on. I like it.
Unless there's already like a template for that. Do you think there is? Do you have one?
I could
damn
sure.
Do not call me tomorrow and ask me to make you nothing.
I damn sure. Let me look at some of the comments that we're getting here. They said, so she agrees not to call my wife after she catch feelings. I can sue her. Absolutely, especially if you live in a state. You can actually have your wife sue her. If you live in a state where alienation of affection is still on the books. She can be charged criminally for that. So yes, what's going on in the chat room? Thank you, DB. That sounds like some stupid ass Steve Harvey, Michael Baisden shit. What are you talking about? The pre-cop? I think the pre-cop is a great idea. I really do.
I do too.
Because that puts everybody in a position to know exactly what they anticipate. There's no gray area because it's in black and white. And anytime you get fuzzy, and if anybody who has read chapter 1 of my book know why I agree with this. What do I say in chapter 1 of my book, The Other Woman Code of Conduct? I said that every woman who's entering into this type of arrangement needs to sit down and make a contract with herself about everything. And in the book, I itemized what it is that she should be putting in this contract with herself. Because it keeps her honest. Anytime it gets fuzzy, gets blurry, you can refer back to that motherfucker and be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I love it. I totally love it. I mean, hush. But yeah, I like it.
I think it's a great idea. Yeah. So like when I said I didn't know about it before, I mean, I kind of knew about it, but when somebody was like, when they named it that, I was just like, I don't know what that is. And then when I looked at it, I was like, hey, I think I need to create one. I think I'll do that. I think I'll create a pre-cop. Oh man, oh
Girl, when
man.
we get through with this show, I am so going to pull that and do that. Yes, I am. I like it.
You go pull what and
That's
do
cute.
what?
I'm going to create that document. Yes,
Okay,
I
but let
am.
me say this. Let me say this, Sporty. It's a pre-cop, not a post-cop. Not like a post-nuptial agreement where after you've
Oh,
already married
yeah.
the person and then you have the agreement. This is a pre-cop. You have to do it before, not a post-cop. You would be creating yourself. You would be drafting yourself a post-cop.
Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, you're right.
Okay.
It's too
Okay.
late.
All right. Well, no, it's not. Like I said, you can draft a post-cop. Yeah.
That would start a
I think it's
fight.
fucking
I ain't
dope.
even going.
Well, let's move it along a little bit because we talked. This phrase has come up several times in the course of this conversation. Andreas mentioned it on his very first thing when he was talking about fuck buddies, and he was like, when they catch feelings. A lot of people don't even know what the fuck that means. You know, again, we can't assume that everybody understands the lingo and speaks Ebonics and whatever, because there's a lot of shit that I don't freaking know, right? But catch feelings basically sounds just like it said. That means that you have now found yourself in a position where you are emotionally invested in this situation with whomever it is, right? Some people might say caught up. Some people might say catch feelings, caught feelings, whatever, that kind of thing. Uh, they might even throw in a feeling some kind of way.
I hate that term.
What, the feeling some kind of way?
Yeah, I don't get that.
What do you mean?
Why you can't, if you feeling some kind of way, why you can't just say what the fuck kind of way you feeling? I don't like that. It's stupid to me. Don't
I
tell
think
me
that
you
you
feeling
need to.
some kind of way. Tell me the way you feeling. Oh
Andreas, you're a
hush.
runner. You're a runner when you start catching feelings, or right before you know that, or hang on, let me say this, or right before you know your point where you would start to catch feelings. You know, as Eddie Murphy would say, when she, how when he said the women he make the woman go, oh, right when she makes you do that, that's when you be like, I'm out.
I gotta die real early. I got to go. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do catch them, you just masquerade them. Okay, yeah, that's what you do. Sporty, give me another one.
Why don't you go ahead and break down the lovely friends with benefits, please?
Well, I did kind of already do that, but I'll do it a little bit more. So, welcome to the other chat room, me just me. Thank you for stopping by in there again. They said, Andreas, you have caught feelings, don't front, and that's your family putting you on blast, buddy. Ha 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 ha. That.
Okay, I did. I really truly did. And thank you, little sister, for blowing me up like that. I do appreciate it. I love you dearly. But yeah, I did catch feelings, and it just came to mind. I really liked that chick, but I had to bail after I caught her. I just can't. No.
So sad.
I can't.
Okay, whatever. You can, yeah, whatever. Anywho, so back to the friends with benefits, and then I think I'll probably need a
Yes.
drink. Um,
Yes.
Friends with benefits, ladies and gentlemen, it's a really simple thing. I went over it briefly before, but a friend with benefits is a friend who will just have sex with you, no strings attached. Okay? Um, you guys understand that y'all are friends, and your main premise for even agreeing to do it is that you keep your friendship at the forefront. You know what I mean? That's the main focus. Y'all basically scratching an itch for one another. Sporty says, and has said that usually somebody ends up catching feelings. And I would typically agree with that. And the reason why I would typically agree with that is it takes me back to February of 2015. We had a show about men and women being friends. And I remember AD said on the show that when you choose a man or someone of the opposite sex to be your best friend, your good friend, your friend like that, it's typically because you find something in them that you find attractive in terms of that you would think was appealing as a mate. So once you already know that there's something you find about that person that you would find attractive in having them as a mate, but for whatever y'all reason, y'all ended up friends, and then you introduce sex into the scenario, then you have oxytocin and other bonding chemicals happening. Yes, more than likely, you will catch feelings, especially couple that with pair bonding activities. Now, if you haven't read my book, you would know. If you read my book, you know what pair bonding activities are. So,
Get the book.
yes. Yeah, get the book. I mean, shameless plug, but it's true. It has a glossary in the back and everything. So if you already have that predisposition, that proclivity to like that person based on something that you find attractive about them anyway, that would make them your friend, and then you introduce, pair bonding chemicals by the exchange of having sex, and then you're doing pair bonding activities. Yeah, somebody gonna catch feelings. Somebody's gonna catch feelings.
Whatever. I ain't thinking about you or AD.
What? Wait, what you say about me?
I said I ain't thinking about you or AD.
Oh, because you hit dog is hollering?
Right, because he was like, oh, come on, Sporty.
He got on your case pretty bad. But you put it out there. Yes, for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, go back to our show. It was February 28th, I think, or the last week of February 2015. We did a show called Can Men and Women Be Just Friends? And we actually have the video up. That's one of the only shows that we actually have the entire video stream up. On our site, so on YouTube. So if you want to go and watch that, that would be a great show to watch. Man, that sounds. Is it time for the drink of the week?
Girl, yes, please. I'm parched.
Okay, so let me get this Periscope going. So that hey everybody in Periscope land, let me get this set up for them. All right, there we go. I think they can see me and they can see Sage over my shoulder. I will get to your question, just me. I will answer your question on the other side of the drink. What's up, Terrence? Thank you for joining us. It is time for our Ask PDA letter. Excuse me. Did I just make that up? It is time for our drink of the week by our producer, Cousin Chan. And she did it again. Oops, she did it again. Hey, JJ Daddy, we're about to do the drink of the week, and typically I just sit back and let Cousin Chan tell you all about it. And today is going to be no exception. I'm going to let her break it down for y'all, tell y'all what her drink of the week is and how yummy it is. If you haven't had a chance to check it out previously, please, please, please go to facebook.com/playingdevilsadvocate. Click on the drink, try it out, let her know what you think, and leave her a message. What's up, Willie Rocket? I'm going to let her tell you about the drink now, guys and dolls. You all right, Andreas, over there? Okay. All right. All right, Cousin Chan, take it away.
Hey everybody, tonight's drink of the week is a Granny Smith apple. Alright, tonight's drink of the week we're going to use 2 ounces of whiskey, 2 ounces of lemonade, 1 ounce of Granny Smith syrup or sour apple pucker, and 1 ounce of triple sec. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to pour the whiskey, triple sec, Granny Smith syrup or sour apple pucker into a tall glass filled with ice and stir. There you have it. Granny Smith apple. Alright guys, be safe, enjoy, drink responsibly. I'll see you next week.
Woo!
Yummy. This one is good too.
Oh, look yummy. Thank you for the hearts for you guys on Periscope. For those of you guys on YouTube, I'm sorry y'all can't see this drink, but you can always go to facebook.com/playingdevilsadvocate and try it out. I'm going to flip this around just one more time so the people on Periscope can see the drink of the week because I think they got cheated. There it is. Look at that. Woo-hoo. All right, so those of you guys who are watching us on Periscope, and for those of you guys who just may be joining us, this is Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Miss KiKi, the consummate provocateur, and today on our show we are talking about what does that mean? And that is basically we're breaking down some terminology in terms of relationships and dating to help people navigate through this ambiguous world that we live in the dating environment. We've talked about catching feelings. We've talked about fuck buddies. We've talked about friends with benefits. We've talked about quite a few things. So if you want to break down some terminology, we've even talked about the pre-cop agreements. If you're watching us on Periscope and you do not know what a pre-cop agreement is, you need to come on over to Playing Devil's Advocate on Facebook. Click the link so you can watch us on YouTube and watch the entire stream so you can get some more of this information. It's a pre-cop and a post-cop. If you don't know what it is, now's the time to find out. I'll see you guys in about an hour when we come back to do our Ask PDA advice letter. And if you want to call in, it's 347-237-5271. Press 1 so that we know you're in the queue and you have something you'd like to say. Moby, I know you're in the queue, but we're going to get to you in a few minutes, Daddy-O. All right, guys, on Periscope. I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right. To my people over here. Let me get my people. Let my people go. Y'all remember that from the Fresh Prince? Y'all remember that from the Fresh Prince when they was in jail? And the dude was like, "Let my people go." It's hilarious.
You are having too much fun with that.
I know. They're saying I'm thirsty. Here's a funny. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to pull up some of these tweets and some of these. If you see something that comes up in the chat room, Sporty, can you please let me know? Because I'm doing so much.
I'm sorry. I'm drinking.
Yeah, could you put your drink down and help me out there? But let's get on back into the conversation, okay? Let's get back into the conversation. One of the questions that came up in my inbox is somebody wanted me to explain because things are a little ambiguous to most people in terms of what is cheating, right? People wanted to know what that meant. And I'm going to keep it real simple for you. Cheating is anything, and this is the KiKi definition of cheating. So you could take it, run with it, eat the meat and throw out the bones. But cheating, it can be subjective. But the reality is, for me, cheating would be you doing or saying or engaging in any type of activity outside of my presence that you know ahead of time you could not either do in my presence or that I would not agree with.
Okay. I agree with that.
Is that clear for everybody? Andreas, is that clear for you?
Very clear, crystal.
Okay, I just don't want no nonsense out of y'all because y'all know y'all get to acting dumb. If you can't say it or do it in my presence without me having a problem with it, then you don't need to be doing it. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to consider it, or a woman would consider it as cheating. But the hard and fast rule is cheating would be considered anything that you already have had a conversation with your partner about. So here is the big hoorah on that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't assume that everybody knows what cheating is. Don't assume that their definition of cheating is your definition of cheating, because that's where y'all get the game messed up. Well, it goes without saying you can't have sex with another woman. Yeah, no. That does not go without saying. You need to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, because that'll be the first thing out of somebody's mouth is that, I mean, how you gonna not know that? I mean, that's obvious. No, it ain't obvious. It's not obvious.
The relationship, don't go sticking your dick in places you shouldn't have it in. So you have to actually say it. Look, no sleeping around with other people. That was the thing.
I would say I would be a little bit more specific than don't go sticking your dick where you ain't supposed to, because I might think it's not supposed to, you might think it's okay. So I definitely want to make sure that I clarify. But go ahead, Cousin Shan. Clearly you have something you would like to get off of your chest.
Well, what I wanted to ask was, I wanted to either ask a question about what you had said in the beginning. I just want to make sure I heard it right. Did you say cheating constitutes something that I would not go back and tell you? Can you help me out again? Because I think, okay.
See, that's your internal dialogue, because that's already you trying to be slick and shit. That is not what I said.
That's her.
I just want to make sure I hear right. Just want to ask it for clarification.
She's slippery as a motherfucker. You got to see. This is why I say you have to be specific, because she's slippery as hell, right? You have to specify. I did not say that you wouldn't come back and tell it. I said you should not do anything or say anything or behave in any way outside of my presence that you couldn't do in my presence that you know I wouldn't have a problem with.
And so, is that supposed to be considered cheating, or is that just something I'm not supposed to do?
Well, it would depend on what the act or the behavior is.
Okay. So let's say there's something that, per se, by chance, we have an agreement, whatever our agreement is. Hypothetically, yes.
Parenthetically, okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's say we have our agreement and our pre-cock and all that stuff in order, right? And I still may not want to do that or tell that I am having extra stuff on the side, even though we got this agreement together. So would that still be considered?
That's cheating. That's cheating. Because here again, are you trying to say you trying to slip through a loophole that wasn't covered in the pre-com or the uncomfortable conversation? Is that what you're trying to say, Shan?
No, what I'm saying is, if I don't feel comfortable with saying it, how is that cheating? Even though we have an agreement, how?
What do you mean you don't feel comfortable with saying it?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Andreas, I'm gonna use you for an example real quick. If me and Andreas is fucking, and we have the rule where it's okay for you to go out and do whatever you're going to do, and when we come together, we just come together and it's going to be all to the good. I don't necessarily feel comfortable with going back telling Andreas, yeah, I had this dude dick me down just the other day.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm not saying you got to come back and tell it, because here's the thing. You guys are already agreed that that's okay, that you can go do that. So since you've already agreed that that's right, as long as y'all have already agreed that that's something that y'all gonna have in the terms of y'all relationship, it's not cheating.
Okay, well, that's what I was asking.
If you did all of that,
doing it.
No, but I'm saying if y'all had a conversation and he said it wasn't okay, you did it anyway, and then come back and tell him, that's cheating.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I had my ducks in a row. Okay, I'm going back now.
Wait, Andreas. Hang on, Andreas. Hang on, because they cannot hear you on YouTube. Remember? Go for it.
Right.
Go.
Oh, you want me to go now? Okay. Well, you know, it's I mean, if we were having in relations like that, I mean, I'd be kind of pissed off even if I found out you having sex with somebody else, even though we made the agreement that we can sleep with other people. Because I mean, you got this really nice booty, and I'd be pissed off if I knew somebody else was squeezing. So yeah, I just rather you just not tell me.
Okay, so then question: why would you make an arrangement like that, or would you not?
I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't make any kind of arrangement at all. I'm just really quiet on all fronts. That way, when I fuck up, and I know I'm gonna fuck up, I don't want to be like, okay, well, you didn't tell me. Well, we didn't have that conversation.
Okay, so now my next question is, why not have the conversation so you're not fucking up? It's just a part of status quo.
He's too busy. He already told you he's trying to be nickel slick. If he don't have a conversation, he can always say, I didn't know. You never said. He gives him an automatic out. That's his panic switch. Bloop. Okay, you didn't tell me, so. He gives him an out.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the chat room, Cousin Chan, and they're saying, hey, sexy Chan. They said Chan job slippery than a motherfucker. I think they said, did he say Chan had a nice booty? Yeah, that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said.
See, you can't enter into those kind of agreements when both of them got slippery slopes that they trying to protect. They both on bullshit.
But see, here's the thing, though, Sporty. Here's the thing, Sporty. People like that, if they both nickel slick ass each other, then here's the thing. Those two people probably end up one or two ways. They'll end up fuck buddies or / friends with benefits, right, on this end. Or they'll end up living happily ever after in their non-traditional relationship because they both understand they bullshit. They both understand it. So it can work out either way.
I don't want nobody squeezing her booty.
I just want to make clarification. All I want to make clarification. That's all I was saying. I just want clarification on what I can and can't do and what it is and is not acceptable. That's all. It's not trying to be nickel slick.
With 4 people in the bed, right, Chan?
Right, man. Look. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. Andreas might be opposed to it, but I'm not opposed to it.
Let's just bring that up. For those of you guys who do not know, on Monday, I think it was, we did a blab. I referred to it earlier today. And on that blab, we were talking about something. I don't know where Chan disappeared to in her mind. She went to her happy place, but she came back into the tail end of the conversation talking about something. Wait a minute, did I just hear something about the 4 people in the bed and that makes things better? We was like, what the hell are you talking about? That's not what we said. That's the conversation going on in your mind. That is not what we were talking about here, lady. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. All right, so let me bring up some other stuff because time is flying by, y'all. I can't believe it's already almost 11 o'clock. Here's a term that I just recently found out what it was, Netflix and chill. That means y'all gonna be fucking. I did not know that's what that meant. I did not know.
Well, that's fucked up because I be sitting here drinking and watching Netflix by my goddamn self, and it don't mean I'm playing with myself.
No, but if a dude hits you up, right? If a dude hits you up and he like, we could just, Netflix and chill, whatever, do Netflix and chill. Yeah, he basically saying, we gonna get together and fuck tonight.
You broke ass.
That's the code word. That's the code word, dude. They got code words. All right, let me read a question that came up in our chat room. Me asked me, it says, do you think a woman can have a purely physical relationship? No friendship, just sex occasionally? Yes.
Yeah.
Not all women. It takes a special kind of temperament for a woman to be able to do that. She has to have a certain level of understanding of her own sexual energy, and she has to understand that she needs to use her sexual powers for good. And she also has to not really give a flying flog what anybody thinks about her being comfortable in her sexuality. Now, typically women, and note I said women, women who are able to do that, you would probably never, ever know. She could be sitting in a room with 6 dudes she done knocked down, and not one of them have a clue. And you could be number 7 that's going to be her next victim. Clueless.
Yeah.
You sitting there chopping it up with the dude she smashed like 15 minutes before she got there. So, yeah, it's a different type of temperament. It's a different temperament for a woman to be able to do that. Okie dokie. All right, I hope I answered that question for them.
Okay, Kiki, so what's seeing each other?
Wait a minute, what you say? You breaking up.
What's seeing each other?
Seeing each other?
Uh-huh.
See, that's such an ambiguous ass term, you know. Seeing each other is that in between phase between where you just kind of seeing each other. You date each other, but more often than not, right? You may have hooked up a couple times. Y'all might have even had sex or whatever. But y'all not in an exclusive relationship. It's that gray area between before somebody says DTR. And basically DTR means define the relationship. Did y'all know that?
DTR. Define the relationship. That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah. DTR, before somebody says, before y'all DTR. They said Netflix and chill. Yes, that's right. I asked the girl that and she got mad. She didn't have no money to go out and neither did I. But
that's what I said in the beginning. Broke ass.
No, but I'm saying that's what you'll automatically assume that what was going on, but that wasn't what was happening. The dude was just asking you to screw him. You know what I mean? And you did. She understood that's what it meant, but you didn't. You was asking for something you didn't even know what you was asking for. If she'd have said yes and she'd have came over there with no panties on, you would have been like, wait a minute, you go watch a movie. What kind of movie you thought? I said watch a movie, not make a movie.
Netflix and chill. That's just,
yes.
I'm just so done with that one.
Yes, yes. Another term, and Andreas, I want you to define this. And the guys in the chat room, I want y'all to define this for me as well. Because I hear this term a lot come out of men's mouths. Wifey. And let me go ahead and get Andreas's mic open before he starts jumping out there. Go ahead, Andreas.
Wifey is, the way I see it, wifey is just after girlfriend. Wifey is when she's past girlfriend and you're about to pop the question, or she's that serious one. She's the one, she's the go-to chick. She's the one that says, just like a pimp would say, that's my bottom bitch. So she's the head chick in charge. She's that one. Did I make it clear to you?
Yeah, when you started talking pimp slang, because I'm from Chi.
Right.
And, I was around a bunch of pimps. I know what the bottom bitch is. Some people don't know what the bottom bitch is. So here's a little quick trip down pimp lane. This is a little quick trip down the track.
Come on, Goldie, break it down.
The bottom bitch is the main bitch, right? She holds him down. It don't matter how. It's like the first wife in cultures that have multiple wives. It's like the first wife. They get all the rights and privileges, but not without the commitment. But they know he's always the go-to. She's, the rest of y'all have to fall in line behind her. That's the bottom bitch. They said platonic wife. What's that? A platonic wife? That's usually something if you got a Judy. If you're a gay dude. You know what I mean? Straight dudes don't have platonic wives. Gay boys, if you had they would have a wife. I have, like women say all the time, my gay boyfriend, you might hear them refer to him as a Judy or something like that. They're gay boyfriends who are girls, you know what I mean? So you might hear it like that. Or even a gay dude say his his wife, but she's hetero, so that's the only other way.
My sister just texted me and said Andreas is my platonic husband. I didn't spend enough hours over there.
TMI.
Right.
So you wait. See, that's that shit I'm talking about, Andreas. You talking to her at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not just talking about her sister. I'm just saying in general. You sitting over there having mental course with a chick. You talking to her. You know that is the quickest way to try to get a woman loosey goosey. Is if you giving her orgasms, right? You sitting there, you saying all the shit, whatever. See, that's too much work to put into somebody you just trying to fuck.
Exactly. She said he takes care of you and y'all child. That is your platonic husband. The only thing y'all don't do is sleep together. Well, she right.
All right, well, I ain't finna get all into the ins and outs of y'all situation.
Hilarious. That's funny.
But you know, that's kind of creepy. It's almost like incestuous for me to even think about it. Let me tell y'all something.
I know.
I'm getting annoyed. Somebody just booted me out of my goddamn chat room. I bet you I know who it is, but I ain't gonna say who it is because I already know who it is.
I'm trying to figure out why they say you crazy as hell. What did you do?
I don't know what I did. I don't know in the YouTube chat room. I don't know.
Yeah.
And there was a question in the BTR chat room that I needed to get to, and I can't because it's gone because somebody kicked me out. Anyway, here it is. It says the person who asked about can women have purely physical relationships, just sex? They wanted to know because their wife wants to have sex outside their relationship sometimes because she wants to feel a larger penis. She says it would be just physical. And he says, Andreas, mute yourself. I'm inclined to let her, but I don't want her to grow feelings for him. It's possible. You know what I mean? It's possible. Don't send her to Andreas though, because she gonna be disappointed. She gonna be disappointed. I'm just saying. Here's the thing. It's very possible. This is a conversation that you guys really need to have. And here's the other thing that you may want to also consider. If you do concede and allow her to have that extra piece on the side, so to speak, then you need to decide if that's something you want to know about or if that's something that you would just rather her do and you not know about it. Now, you can set the terms and say, okay, you always need to wear a condom. You can't never do it here. You can, say, well, you can't do oral with him because then, you know what I mean? Whatever. You can set the parameters. You know what I mean? Because if all she wants to do is fill a larger penis, you need to make sure you figuring out where that larger penis is going. You know what I mean? Which opening it's going to. You don't want him putting his dick. You don't want him putting his dick in her mouth and some other shit go on, and then she bring that shit back to you, right? Unless she's sucking his dick with a condom, which I probably doubt that would happen. But if she's having, anal sex or vaginal sex, those are things that you might want to have a conversation with her about. You need to be very clear in setting those guidelines on what it is that you will and will not allow. In terms, or that you feel comfortable with, because ultimately you're not going to be there unless you into watching. Unless you into watching.
That's a whole other story.
That's a whole other show altogether. But if you're not going to be there to watch it, then you don't know really what's going to want them. But you just want to set some guidelines for that. Do I recommend it? I don't. But to each his own. To each his own. We have a caller, ladies and gentlemen.
Incoming phone call. Pick up the phone immediately.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a minute since this man has graced us with his presence. He changed his title, so I can't call him what I was going to call him, but I'll let him tell you what he changed his title to. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my good friend, Rael I haven't heard from him in a long, long time. What's up, Rael? Yes, we
Yeah,
can hear
hey,
you
Rael.
loud and clear. You,
Found out because I think last week is when I found out Netflix and chill. It I had no idea. And I have offered, couples, like when we hang out with couples and stuff, like, yeah, you guys come over, watch some Netflix films and stuff.
ah! Oh my God, Rael, you were propositioning them and did not even know.
You were having a mini party, man.
Wait, what did Monique, hang on, guys, what did Monique say when you told her what Netflix and chill meant?
My son told me what it meant, and then Monique said, "Oh yeah, that's right," because we were asking our friend, and her husband's like, "Yeah, man, you can come over, watch some movies on Netflix, and just, chill out, man." I had no idea.
That's crazy. Mm.
That's
That's
hilarious.
crazy. Hey, mhm. Well, see,
we we heard from them since then. We we just heard their daughter wanted to KiKi Christmas lights, and we live in Pasadena. They have this little area, this little community where you go, and the whole community is lit up. So they came over there, went over there to
all right,
see the lights and stuff.
okay, all right. Yeah, that's interesting. That's why we having this show, guys, though, for real, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with it or whatever, but the reality of the situation is that somebody can be saying something to you, you can be agreeing to it and have absolutely no idea what you're agreeing to. And when we're talking about dating and relationships, it can be kind of ambiguous with certain things. So we just want to basically make sure that we're educating you and we're arming you with the tools to know how to navigate out there in the world. I mean, you need to know what a fuck buddy is. You need to know what Netflix and chill means. You need to know what a friends with benefits is. You need to know what cuffing means, right? And it almost means exactly what it sounds like. Cuffing somebody, means like I've used it. It's a couple of ways you can use it, right? You can, well, more than a couple ways. One way could mean in the S&M kind of way, right? But then cuffing also means, like, say for instance, I go out and I'm hanging out with my girls and we at the bar and the dude buys drinks, right? And now he's sitting there, he won't go away. He's trying to cuff me so that nobody else. So he's basically cock blocking. He's trying to cuff me so that keep me to him so nobody else. But I'm like, dude, you can't cuff me with a drink. That's not enough, right? And then the other way that cuffing means is that, when people use the word cuffing, they talk about cuffing season. Now, if you've ever heard that, that's like, during the summer and during the spring, when it's hot outside, people want to be single, right? They want to go out and have fun and flings and all that other stuff. However, when it starts to get cold, right, that's cuffing season, because people want to start not to nest and hibernate together and boo up, because they want to be, they want to have that cuddle buddy, as Sporty was talking about earlier. They want to have somebody to be in a relationship. You got the holidays around that time, all these other things that come into place. But that's what cuffing season is. Cuffing is the fall through, let's say, to the spring. Well, or right around sometimes even it ends around Valentine's Day, depending, because sometimes dudes don't be wanting to buy your ass nothing, so he break up with you around that time. But well, I'm just saying,
Sounds right.
I'm just saying, we just keep it real here. I'm just trying to tell y'all how it is, because they be trying to cuff folks. You know, you get somebody that want to be your dude, they come on strong. Like right around think about it, right around the time football season start, he really start coming on real strong, because he want to have you already underfoot by the time it get real cold. So then he got his little, his boo thing, and then right around Valentine's Day, his ass gonna start acting real sketchy, and then you like, what the hell? He ain't trying to get caught up in all of that. You just a blanket, okay? All right. Have y'all heard? And this is a perfect segue into the next one that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. Slow fade. Y'all know what a slow fade is? Yeah, slow fade, or okay, a slow fade is what will happen when I was talking about when cuffing season starts coming to an end. That dude will slowly fade out. He gonna slow fade.
Are you kidding me? That's what it's called?
Yes. He slowly fades out. The communication gets less and less. It's like, oh, you don't see him as much. And they're doing a slow fade. They fade to black. You know what I mean?
So that's in between Valentine's Day and March Madness?
Yes, between that time. Yeah. Well, I should say after Super Bowl. In between March Madness. That's when the slow fade begins.
March Madness. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, that's what it's. Yeah, and then or conversely, he might what they call ghost you or Swayze you. And what that means, they're referring to Ghost. They're referring to the movie Ghost, where Patrick Swayze is a ghost. He just like disappears, he's not there anymore. So you might either get the slow fade or you might get Swayze.
Oh my.
So much to know, huh?
That is so bogus.
Wait.
Ease on out.
So the guys like the slow fade. Y'all ain't shit.
And then you say
y'all
you
ain't
shit. It. Oh my God, that is so bogus, Rael. Bogus, man.
Well, Rael is married. He ain't finna slow fade nobody.
He ain't finna slow nothing, right?
He ain't going nowhere. Monique's that's locked down. Forget about it.
And Andreas is ghost.
You go. Well, once they find out what Netflix and chill means, it's gonna change the whole dynamic of y'all friendship.
Unless they gonna get ghost on you.
Right, they might Swayze y'all. Y'all be like, yeah, never return our phone calls no more. So let's go over some of the terminology, and then I want to let's talk about some of the old school versus now after I go over some of this stuff, right? Okay, so we talked about catching feelings. We talked about cheating, what cheating is. We talked about Netflix and chill. We talked about DTR, define the relationship. We talked about ghosting / Swayzing. We talked about slow fade. We talked about cuddle buddies, fuck buddies, friends with benefits, seeing each other, cuffing, pre-cops. One thing that I want to talk about, you might hear somebody say, I'm on a thing, right? If you hear somebody saying they on a thing, they're in a relationship, but it's not official yet. So it's like they seeing somebody. It's the equivalent of saying I'm seeing somebody, but they'll say I'm on a thing.
I'm on a thing?
On a thing. They can say I'm on something, I'm on a thing, things like that. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm on a thing. Okay.
Yeah, on a thing. Isn't that crazy? It's how they come up with these little things, these little terms to get you all twisted. It's just amazing.
I'm on a thing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on a thing.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm on a thing, but see, that's the way, if you think about it, that's the way to kind of make it seem like it's not that serious. Yeah, I'm on a thing. He's like, well, how often are you on it?
That's what I'm thinking. am I currently on that thing, or or what?
It's like, okay, and what exactly is the thing?
Right. What thing are you on?
This is one that I thought was absolutely hysterical, guys. Draking. Have y'all heard of that one? Draking.
Please. No, what is
Draking. Draking has two meanings. Draking can mean, and it comes from making fun of Drake, right?
Right.
And okay, Chan, and it means that you can either be, like how they made fun of him about the song that he made, and they talk about you wallowing in your sorrows or whatever over the other, over somebody over the opposite sex. You know what I mean? Like you pining away for somebody. So that can mean that that person is draking. So if you hear somebody be like, "Man, she draking," you know what I mean? That's what they talking about.
Okay.
Or if they talking about Andreas, right? They could be saying he draking in the sense that he's been getting into it with people, right? Like Chris Brown or whatever, because he's been now getting this title or known for going around fucking with other dudes' broads, right? So if you just knowingly going around fucking people's girls or whatever, messing with their girls or whatever, then they'd be called draking. It would be draking. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
All right, well, I'm about to take a call. I'm gonna
get that.
No, that's something somebody would say about you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's, you know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, right. I don't know. I don't know. But okay. Oh, okay. Well, let me take this call right quick. Guys. Hang on, Rael. Let me take this call, and then we're going to move on into some other terminology and break down some old school versus new school terms. And then we're going to do our Ask PDA letter, so stick around for that. Hang on a second. What's up, Moby? Welcome back. What's going on,
how are you?
Okay. So you're getting the full experience. What do you want to say to us tonight?
Shit a lot, and I got into so many arguments and fights about that shit. When niggas walked up to me like, "Yo, I feel some type of way." What the fuck does that mean? That shit sounds gay as hell. What are you talking about? That shit, I didn't like that shit either. That contract, I'm definitely gonna have to need you to draw me up a contract and send that to me. Please. I'm definitely gonna need that pre-contract. And there's another terminology. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, called poly. You ever heard of it? No.
Poly? Like Polly want a cracker?
You have a relationship with, okay, the dude you just got on, he's married. So him and his wife, where he decides that, hey, look, we're going to have our poly relationship where we have basically another woman. Basically. Like, we have another wife.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a polyamorous relationship. And polyamorous basically means many loves. So that means in your relationship you have many people, and that can be unlimited, or it can be whatever number you guys decide it can be. So yes, to answer your question, I have heard of poly, but that is short for polyamorous. Yep. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Moby. I appreciate you. Keep watching us on YouTube.
Right.
I'm gonna go on back to these last couple terminologies. We're gonna do some old school versus new school, and then we're gonna do our Ask PDA letter. We appreciate you, baby.
That happened in my city. That happened 10 minutes away from my house.
Okay. I don't know what you talk about, but okay. I don't know. I don't even want to know about
We
that
have no
wretchedness.
idea. Right.
I don't want to know about the wretchedness. Thank you, Moby. Appreciate you, baby.
But thank you. Right.
Oh my Lord. Oh my, as my mama would say, oh my Lanta. And since it's Friday, is our Founders Day, I'm gonna clutch my pearls while I'm at it. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, yo, you back with us, baby? Okay. Okay. All right. So, wow, dancing in the club, pregnant. Okay. Whew, baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. All right. One more. The last one that I'm gonna give you guys for tonight before we do old school, new school, well, old school versus now would be 143. If you ever get a
One, four,
text,
three.
yeah, man. If you ever get a text or something of that nature, and it's like 143, look at your telephone and tell me what those numbers are.
All I know
Yes.
is a 304.
143. Exactly. Exactly. See, Weezy got it. She's smart. 143 is I love you. What?
How is that?
Look at your keyboard on your phone, dude. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, Weezy. I got you. I got you. Okay, okay.
Okay, so then his and also the other thing too, you might people actually hold on. What did I just where was I? Y'all might change my y'all know my damn train of thought is messed up. Whatever. Anyway, I can't. Yeah, I ain't fooling with y'all. Anyway, the other digits, well, another way that they say it represents the letters in each word or whatever, right? And then so if you get 143, that's what it means. Now, if you hear somebody saying, "Man, she went all code 43, 143 on me," or "She went 143 on me," that means like she was talking, "I love you" and all that other nonsense. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See? So y'all with me on that. Okay.
Yep.
So
That's dumb, but I
anyway,
got it.
so it makes sense to you. 143, one
Mhm.
word, love, another 143, you. Right, okay. Thank you. So let's break that down. Anyway, so that one was that. Let's talk about quickly. Wait a minute, before I do that. Everybody, Rael Sims, you changed your name. You used to be it's been so long ago. Yeah, what did you change
Relationship
your name to?
coach, wasn't
But
it?
no, he changed it. What did you change it to? Yeah.
Scientist?
Yeah. See, he's the one who taught me about vasopressin and oxytocin and all that stuff. He's the one that put me up on that. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's a game. All right.
Well,
Anyway,
coming from
I'm just
him, I can allow him to say the word scientist to me, given what he's done over the years. But let that can't
yeah,
nobody else say that scientist stuff now. That's okay.
yeah. Well, he knows his stuff. So y'all know I always bring legit to the table. No, I don't
He
give a
knows his
hell. You,
stuff.
you
He
can be
knows his stuff.
autodidactic. I wouldn't give a rat's ass as long as you knew what the hell you were talking about. You got so many people talking about their coaches and couldn't coach their way out of their own bed, out of the bed, coach their way out the bed in the morning. So,
Right.
it's just what. But that's a whole nother show. Be quiet, Andreas. I'm muting you. Hashtag mute yourself, Andreas. Um, um, anyway, so let's talk about old school versus now, right? Remember we used to say like wooing and courting, right? It used to be like you would
Mhm.
pursue somebody and you would take them on dates and dinner, whatever. Right now, it's basically somebody texting you and letting them know, oh, hey, how you doing? That kind of stuff. They basically having a conversation with you via text, right? Remember, like when you used to say boyfriend and girlfriend, or we go together. Remember y'all, because y'all from Chicago, y'all know go together,
Yes, no,
right?
maybe.
Right, right. You quit me. Oh shit, yes. Right, so that means that you are taking that person like exclusively. It's just you and them, right? So right now, what that means is that you might do it you might text that person like when we talking about wooing them or whatever, right? You might text them more than on a regular basis. So it might be every week or every other day or whatever it is, but it's just more tech is more disconnected as opposed to the actual human contact, right? Now, say you had it back in the day, they used to say your beau. Now they'd be like my dude. And even now, it's a plus one. Did you know that? Yeah, y'all used to say something like my girlfriend. Yes, you're plus one. You got your holiday party, you going to a wedding, you're plus one. Yes,
So me and my plus one are gonna attend.
baby, yes, you're plus one. That person's, because to me or to Andreas, your plus one could be anybody. But it's just to keep it so vague that you're not necessarily claiming somebody, but you know what I mean? Isn't that crazy?
You would.
Yes. Yes. And remember back in the day, they was talking about, that phrase, the Dear John letter, where there would be a breakup letter or whatever. Now somebody just sends you a text message telling you, or not respond, they'll ghost you, or they'll post a video on social media talking about they quit you.
Oh yes, I quit you.
Yes. Okay, now remember back in the day, I remember this because my boyfriend was a basketball player. He was letterman the whole nine, right, in high school. I had his jacket. It was ridiculous. I was 5 feet tall. He was 6'7". So y'all can imagine how ridiculous it was me wearing his jacket. But back in the day, even further back, people used to get pinned, or you would wear your dude's jacket, all of that stuff. You know what the equivalent to that is now?
You don't give it back?
No, the equivalent is that they change their Facebook status to that they're in a relationship.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Back in the day, you used to have a little black book with all the names of your people, and some people had a grading system. I had a grading system in mine. I don't know about y'all, but there was a grading system in my little black book. Now it's your address book in your cell phone, or that private hidden file that so a lot of people have apps for in their phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where people keep it now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
not
don't
telling a
need to
married
know about
man.
that.
I'm not telling a married man about a hidden app. No, sir. Moniece is not coming to look for me. No, sir. You're going to have to. Here's the thing. You're going to have to hear me say it and without telling you. Huh?
Mm-mm. I'm backing her up. She ain't told you nothing. You
No.
don't know
Because,
nothing.
see, it'd be different if Moniece didn't know me, because she could reach out to me. I'd be like, look, he been listening to my damn show. I didn't tell him. He might have felt like I was talking to him because you know how the show is, Moniece. It's family. He might have thought I was talking to him, but I wasn't really talking to him.
No.
All right, so, let's see here. Those are some of the things that have now changed in terminology, but the common thread in all of that is back in the day, everything was personal, right? Everything was required us to interact with one another. All of this crap that we're talking about is all tech crap. Can you imagine getting a text, somebody telling you they quit you? A text? I mean, I laughed about it on Sex and the City when Carrie got it on a Post-it note, but I'm just saying, could you imagine a text?
No, I could not. I would be upset.
I'm sorry, this ain't working. Delete my number.
But you know what's funny though? I had one of my girlfriends, she quit her boyfriend on New Year's Eve via Yahoo Messenger. Via Yahoo Messenger on New Year's Eve one night. She did tell him I quit you via his messenger one night. She said it's over.
Happy New Year, I quit you.
She did. She said Happy New Year, it's over.
Oh, wait, let me get you on here. Go ahead. Go.
Go ahead. Now we can't hear you. But you can talk now. Go ahead, Rael.
Oh, okay. Another term that I didn't know was the catfish.
Oh my God.
Oh, I was that man. That's a TV show too, isn't it? I mean, where people would pretend.
Right, but that came later. The TV show came after the movie. That Yeah, the dude who hosts or does it, Neve, on Catfish, he was actually quote unquote catfished, and that basically means that the person pretends to be something else. They are someone else on social media to get you to be in a relationship with them, and then you find out that they're a fraud. Um, and so it happened to him. He found out, uncovered it, whatever, and as a result, he did the documentary, and then that's how he got the TV show on MTV to help people find out if these people. But what I don't understand is how these people having full blown ass relationships for over a year, and you've never Skyped, you've never FaceTime. No. Here's the thing. Maybe you don't know them, but they can't never FaceTime with you. They can't never Skype with you. They can't never Uvu with you. They can't never Google chat with you. They can't never Facebook video chat with you. There's so many ways. You can't even Snapchat with their ass. You send Snapchat videos back and forth. I'm like, if and nothing red flag to you, like you are thirsty as hell, and that's another term. You thirsty as hell as if you taking yourself off the market, literally telling people you got somebody, you engaged, and all this other shit to somebody one you ain't never met or ever seen. And every time you try to, they come up with something. I mean, there were times where people were like, oh, we'll meet here, and you catch a bus, a flight, a plane, a train, an automobile, walk 16 miles, and the motherfucker never show up, and you still talk about this shit will help me out. Baby.
Real world.
Yes, it still does.
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Yeah.
It still does.
It really happens because it's so tripped out how we as human beings have that need to belong, as Maslow's laws. And we will take it even to the point where, you used a wonderful term, KiKi. I mean, I've never heard it. You said something near something.
Orgasms. Yeah.
Really, it's really serious. I mean, when you just hear the frequency, the tone into the pleasure center part of the brain, you will satisfy yourself to have that as something that's going to please you, if that's all you can get. And a lot of people are. Soon we will hear a term, a psychological term. They're still working on it now because, well, we're learning that it is really damaging people when you find out that person is not who they said they were. And a lot of people are actually hurt, and some people have actually harmed themselves too as well.
You know what?
We're talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's who he was referring to. Everybody, if you're not familiar with it, Google it. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and it's basically talks about the levels that we have to fulfill before we can go to the next level of being our best self. And so if those one level hasn't been fulfilled or satisfied, you'll never move to you can't move to the next level. And so if your basic needs aren't being met, it's very difficult to go to the next need. So just check it out. And if those people didn't feel loved and wanted and safe, then it's easy for them to fall into those because of that lack on that chart of needs when you start going through it. So you'll see how some people just operate on a base level because that's all they know and that's all the needs that have been met by them. So just without getting too into it, us being too scientifical.
And what else I was gonna say is that I've noticed a lot of when you're talking about old school versus new school, how you used to have single, married, widowed, or divorced, how now, and they even listed on applications or papers or whatever, you got single, married, widow, divorce, in a relationship, significant other, partner, you know, situationship, and all these other different terminologies for the person that you're with.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think that we're giving people way too much. And I don't want to move into this conversation before we get into our letter, but I think we're giving people way too much leeway when it comes to being definitive about this, because we're giving all these gray areas, situationships. It's complicated. It's this. It's really not that fucking complicated. Either you with them or you're not. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
stop playing these damn games, you know, and coming up with all these terms to try to justify some shit because you don't understand what it means to be in a relationship with somebody. I said this once before, and I'll go to our Ask PDA letter before we do it. I mean, before, you know, in a little bit. But one of the things that I was saying about me, I don't use that word committed. You know, I want to be in a committed relationship. I want to be committed. You know, I don't say that shit. You commit people to the fucking crazy house. You know what I mean? That's what crazy people go. That's what you do to crazy people. You commit them. I ain't crazy. So it's going to have to be a different word for me to make it more palatable, you know, appealing to me. Because saying to me, you don't want to be committed. No, I'm not interested in that. I'm sorry. Can we try something else? Another word. But again, you know, we'll go into, you know, that whole little how we give people way, you know, too much leeway in trying to, you know, because people don't want to be put into a box. I get it. You don't want to be defined by some box or whatever. But the reality is that, you know, you can't just make up shit as you go along and not tell the person you with. And not tell the person you with. Now, if y'all understand it's a situationship and what that means, because I don't even know what the fuck a situationship is. Can you tell me, since you brought that term up, Sporty, can you tell me what that is?
I do not know, but I'll look it up for you.
Can anybody tell me what a situationship is? And while I'm doing that, and I'm preparing our Periscope, because we're going to do the Ask PDA letter, someone said in our chat room, they said, so I asked this girl to be my +1 to watch a jazz band, and I wonder why she got so serious about that shit. And I said, well, yeah, she thought you were trying to cuff her. She thought she was trying to cuff her, dude.
The definition says it's basically a pseudo relationship, placebo, making itself a formative relationship. It smells like one, sort of looks like one, may even feel like one, but it's not.
So it's y'all fucking with each other, y'all fucking around.
You playing the game, right? It sounds like you just playing like you playing house, but you're not.
Baby, bye. Grow the hell up. That's what that says to me. Grow the hell up. I ain't finna play these games with you people. All right, it is time for our Ask PDA letter, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead, Rael, I hope you stay with us. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody. Let me get this. I'm gonna get this Periscope loaded, so our people on Periscope can know we're about to do the Ask PDA letter. All right, let me put that right there, and I know I kind of blocked y'all. Sorry. Hey, Larly, it is time for our Ask PDA letter. I'm going to get everybody muted right now so we don't have any feedback. And I'm going to read our Ask PDA letter for you guys today. Don't follow. We want to get you guys' opinion on our Ask PDA letter for today for our reader. It's just... It's interesting to me, these letters, y'all. And I just have to play our disclaimer first. And then we'll do our Ask PDA letter.
At some point, you will be offended by something said on our show. But Playing Devil's Advocate is meant to be a forum for open, honest, and more importantly, judgment-free dialogue. The opinions expressed here may not necessarily be those of our hosts or the show in general, but we're willing to have the uncomfortable conversation so that we can heal and find solutions for our listeners and quite possibly ourselves. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, everybody. Our Ask PDA letter is being brought to you by our producer's Drink of the Week. If you haven't had an opportunity to check out Granny Smith apple, you are missing a treat. It looks yummy, and from what I hear, it tastes even yummier. You can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/playingdevilsadvocate. Click the link, try to drink, and let Cousin Chan know what you think. Yeah, I made it rhyme. I got skills. All right, so here's our Ask PDA letter. Dear PDA, I'm fresh off of a breakup. I was in a relationship for 3 years, and I'm just amazed at how much the scene has changed over the past few years. I have recently been dating a few men, getting my feet wet in the dating pool, and to be quite honest, I have no idea what the hell these men are saying or doing. The language is different, the expectations are different, and I just don't understand how a man in his 40s acts like a young whippersnapper in his 20s. But I digress. Can you please tell me what it means when a man never calls you, that a man never calls you anymore? He hits you on Facebook, Twitter, likes your pictures on Instagram, but rarely will I hear his voice. It's all about the texting and technology. He will text the entire conversation for hours, or he'll text back and forth with me a few times, and then stop, never responding to my last text. What the hell is that? Signed, social medially challenged. All right, let me handle this one right quick, y'all. This one is real easy. You made this one real simple for me. All right, if he's texting for hours back and forth with you and he's never on the phone with you and he's, he keeping you at a distance for a reason, social medially challenged. And one might be the obvious. You might need to get yourself a copy of this here book right here, The Other Woman Code of Conduct. What every other woman should know and men too. Because it is more likely than not that you are messing with a dude who is married. If he can't talk to you and he just abruptly now, but in his defense, men will abruptly stop texting you. Why? Because this is the only medium in which they can get you to shut the fuck up without telling you to shut the fuck up. They can just stop, right? If you're sitting in front of them or you on the phone with him, he can't just stop talking. Right? He can't do that. He don't have the luxury of doing that. But texting, he can control that. He can make you mute you, right? But my thing to you is social medially challenged. You might want to move on. That dude's not available. Because if he's hitting you on everything but the telephone, you can rarely ever talk to him or hear his voice. My question is, how did you meet him? Under what circumstance? These are things that I need to know. But based on the little information that was given to me, sounds like he's married. I'll move on. Let me go open up the microphones of Rael Sims. We'll go to him. Last. I'm gonna go to Sporty and Andreas. If you guys agree with me or not, if you do agree with me, go ahead and tell me. Just that. Never mind, Kiki. I agree with you. But if you have something different to take, then just say I pass. So I'll start with Andreas. Andreas.
I like to ask this first before I say what it is I'm going to say. Maybe I'm not understanding something. Did she say in her letter that she ever picks up the phone to call him? Did she?
No, she never said that. No, she never said that.
Okay, so I can't say that. I can't just outwardly say, well, he's married, because she's never actually picked up the phone and called this man. I mean, if she picked up the phone and called this man at 9, 10 o'clock at night, he never answered the phone, then I would say, yeah, more than likely he's married, he's cohabitating. But, I mean, in these days and times, that's how people communicate. Even people that are dating, they do it by texting. So I...
All right. Okay. And here's another thing I want you to be mindful of: a social medially challenged, just kind of piggybacking off of Andreas. If you've never called him, you never said that, so we can't assume that you did or you didn't. But another thing you got to keep in mind is that have you ever had a conversation with him about this? The rare time that you do talk to him, or any time that you do text to him, say, look, just pick up the phone and call me. All this damn texting is too much. I need to just talk. You know what I mean? Have you ever said that? Because if you get too much pushback on that, your spidey senses might want to tingle on that too. Go ahead, Sporty.
Well, all I can do is give you a poem, sweetie. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sounds like from your letter that you are number two. I'm done.
Okay. We have Lara Lee, and I'm probably butchering her name on Periscope, but she says, but she did say that, you know, she texts him and everything back. Maybe she's doing the texting because he's not responding to the calls that she's making out to him. So I just thought I would share that with you, Andreas. And that's and just in terms of that. So Rael, you're up. Do you have anything you want to say to our letter writer?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, all three guys are right, and it does go back to if she is actually making phone calls and he's not answering the phone, because if he's not, then yeah, the guy is married or living with someone, you know, or is with his girlfriend a lot, you know, than normal, and he just doesn't, you know, have time to actually answer the telephone. So. Yeah, so everything that you guys said, I mean, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It's a whole lot of left out of this letter, so it's kind of hard for us to really pinpoint some things in terms of if there's some real red flags, but based on the information that you've disclosed to us, the only thing that we can say is that it's possible that that's what the situation is. The reality is that if you prefer that interaction be more than via text, via Facebook, via Instagram, via Twitter, because obviously he has a mode of communication because he's on all your social media shit, right? So if you haven't disclosed to him that that's something, if that's a requirement for you, that that's kind of how you like to interact with somebody, that's not the dude for you on a lot of levels, because if you've said it before and he still continues to do it, he ain't trying to be with you on no real level. And if he is with somebody, he ain't the dude for you unless you plan on reading my book and following the rules, the other Weber Code of Conduct. So I'm just saying. By the way, y'all, in case y'all didn't know, Rael Sims, the relationship scientist who is on air with us right now, he actually did a testimonial right here on the back of my book. That was back when he was calling himself the relationship coach, guys. That was back before he moved up into scientist mode. So for those of you guys on Periscope, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys over here. Go to facebook.com/playing devil's advocate and click the link. Watch us on YouTube. We'll be wrapping everything up over here in a nice little bow because we are talking about what does that mean. And so go on over to facebook.com/playing devil's advocate. Click the link. Watch us. We have an interactive chat room over here. See you guys on Periscope later. All right, guys. Back to y'all. I almost dropped the daggone camera.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that would have been tragic. All right, so one of the things that I wanted to say about this whole what does that mean stuff in terms of the relationships and stuff is that, you know what, the best service you could ever do to yourself or anybody that you're seeing is to be truthful with them and be clear. You know,
amen.
You know, a lot of guys, you know, even on that blab we did the other day, Sporty Guys were talking about women want men, a lot of them. That's some bullshit. We don't want you to lie to us. Now, we might buy your lie. We might go along with your lie. But we don't want you to lie to us.
Thank you.
You know, let's just be clear about it. And 9 times out of 10, the lie isn't to protect me. The lie is to protect you and your interests.
To just, especially when you get to a certain age, just be honest, just be straight, and because you never know what that person will agree to if you just be honest. The person may say, "Oh, okay, well, cool," or the person may say, "Hey, I'm not cool with that," but at least you were honest to me, and therefore we can, you know, I don't mind you being a really good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. You know? Be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and that's what I said, Rael. I said, you know what? You can tell me the truth. I might not like it. It might sting. It might hurt my feelings. I can get over that. But at the end of me getting over that, I can have respect for you. But if you lie to me, and we can come back from that, right? We can be best of friends. I can have your back. But the reality is, if you lie to me, we can't go nowhere from there. We can't go nowhere from there. You know?
Before I moved here, I was on Broadway, and I met this young lady, and we were talking and everything, and we exchanged telephone numbers, and I asked her, I said, hey, do you have a boyfriend? And she said, I have friends, and it was up to me whether I wanted to be one of those friends.
Yeah.
And, she was honest, and she said, I have friends. And one time I called her, and one of her friends was over the house, and she was very respectful. Though she said, "Hey, Rael, I have company right now, but you can give me a call later." But she was honest.
You gotta respect that, though. But you gotta respect that. And again, lie to me. See, here. Stop trying to lie to get some ass. Earn it the old-fashioned way. Do you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. You didn't really hit your lie, and whatever it is, all the bells and whistles that you put on out there, isn't what got you the ass in the first place. I done told you, men, we know within the first 90 seconds of meeting you if we would give you some ass or not. It is up to you not to fuck it up and talk yourself out of it. So, if I gave you some, trust me, I might have made you think it was your idea. I might have let you believe that all the little foolery and coonery and games you was playing was the reason why I did it. The reality is I fucked you because I wanted to. You didn't use me, I used you. Thank you and good night. So quit playing. Quit playing. I know it's good for your ego to think it was all about you and you did it, but you didn't shoplift no ass from me, dude. I just picked your pocket, fool. I picked your pocket.
No, Andreas, that's what slap is right there.
Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I just came up with that. Yeah, I just came up with it as I was talking. Yeah, just as I was talking, it just flew out my mouth. Yeah.
I'm just gonna sip my drink.
What did I say? I'm about to go back to the archives and listen to it. What did I say? Oh, yeah, you didn't, what, I didn't, I'm just saying, they said the shoplift part on Jerry Maguire, but I mean, again, he didn't shoplift it. But again, you didn't do nothing. You wasn't sneaky. You didn't reinvent the flipping wheel, dude. Like, no, that's not, that wasn't. Listen, you got to get up pretty early or stay up really late at night to pull one over on me, because I sleep with one. I don't sleep with my eyes closed. Anybody that know me who has ever slept around me, know I don't sleep with my fucking eyes closed. So I ain't missing a damn thing. I don't sleep with my eyes closed, and I got one good ear, and I usually sleep on the bad one so I can hear everything that's coming. So you got to be really, really savvy to pull one over on me. But for those who don't have the skill set that I have, again, all you have to do is be completely truthful and say what it is. Don't use all these euphemisms. Don't go all the way around the mulberry bush and try to, game somebody out of something that they probably would be willing to give to you anyway. You working too hard. You doing way too much. Way too much.
Your name should have been Eve, because I sure just drank the apple. Granny Smith apple, that is.
All right. I'm gonna start from you, Andreas. Then I'm gonna go to Sporty, and since Rael is our guest that just sat in with us tonight, I'm gonna let you guys very quickly, because we got about 2.5 minutes left, to give your final thoughts about tonight's show and the topic, and we'll just go from there. So, Andreas, you're up first.
My final thoughts about the topic tonight. With all the different relationships that we all have, that we all claim, I just think that it's important that both parties are clear on exactly what it is they have. Whatever it is they have, just be absolutely clear about what it is they have, and don't stop looking for it.
Shut up. Y'all keep saying the P word. I didn't put a moratorium on it. All right. We got about 90 seconds left, Sporty, and then Rael.
Real quickly, I'm going old school. Proper preparedness prevents piss poor planning.
Boom. Rael.
Yes, just what we were just talking about, just being honest, and all the stuff that you've been talking about today is the preparation. So I say one of my slogans is preparing yourself is to prevent repairing yourself.
Prepare yourself to keep from repairing yourself. And while you do that, you need to holler at me for that pre-cop and that post-cop agreement. Because if you're going to be out here getting it in, you need to make sure that everybody, see, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody talking about that honesty and keeping it real and all that other stuff. We're going to keep it real on paper. And nobody takes it seriously until you have to sign on that dotted line. So, holla at me, Pippin. I'll make sure that we get those pre-cops out there for everybody so that they know what the rules of engagement are. Y'all know I'm all about knowing the rules to the game. So you won't have people doing boyfriend shit to somebody who's a fuck buddy, Andreas. You know what I mean? Because you got the rules. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am tired. I am out the door. I can't do no more. If there's anything else that they need to know about us, what do they need to do, ladies and gentlemen?
Google us, bitches.
That's right. Google us, bitches. And I'm out. All right, guys. Y'all ready to have a Kiki?
Yes, let's have a Kiki.
Oh, Lord. We don't want to see him dance. All right, guys. I'll see y'all next week. We're going to be talking about, wait, next week is my birthday show? Is that it? No. I don't know what we're talking about next week, but we're going to be talking about something good. So you better make sure you're here. I'm about to go. We got a meeting. All right. Bye, Rael. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Rael.
All right. All right.
I'm going to let you have it. I want another Kiki die. Word. Let's have a Kiki. Calming all your nerves. We're spilling tea and dishing just desserts when made to serve. And until the sun is rising, you may choose to be. So shade that kid and win a wish kiss here on me. Let's have a Kiki. I want to. Why are you so